Hello, am I live? Yes, I'm live. Hello, that's me live there. I see it. Whew. Hello. How's it going, everybody? It's time for some Spyro. It's Monday. It's the TP stream. I see you in the chat talking about schedule changes, which are happening this week, but I'll go into that when more people are here. But for now, hello everyone and welcome to the stream. Good. I will, in fact, in order to maximize the number of people who can be here or are here or will be here, I will do a tweet and let people know that I'm going live, son. Here we go. How are we all in the chat? Let me know. I see you all. You're all here. TP with the facial fluff. Yeah, I know. I should have a little shave. It's a bit itchy, actually. It's a bit itchy. But what are you going to do about it? I am live! Exclamation mark. No, not I am love. I am live. Retweet. Yes. Good. Are we all good? It's Monday. It's exciting. It's exciting week ahead of us. There we go. That's retweeted. Good. Well, there we go. Oops. Yes. Good. Done. Woohoo! So, who's here in the chat? Bewhip. Shinazghoul is here. Hello, Shinazghoul. Hello, TP. How are you feeling this Monday? I'm feeling alright. Feeling good. Yeah, excited about finishing Spyro today. That'll be fun. And, gosh, what else? Bewhip! Jack without the sea. Finally, after all of this time, we have our beautiful bouncing baby Billy. Jack, you've got a baby Billy, have you? Look at you, subscribed for 9 months total. Congratulations.
You should grow out a big old curly moustache, so big it could outweigh your tiny body. Hope all is well within the Kingdom of Austin.
Thank you, the Aldu Brothers, for the bits there. I should do that, shouldn't I? And yeah, thank you, Jack without the sea, and Shinazghoul, actually, who also subscribed for 9 months total. Congratulations to you two for both getting your baby Billy boys. After a 9-month gestation period. Good. And then we had a Bewhip there from Eden and Pops. Hello, Eden. And hello, Pops. Or possibly just Pops. I don't think Eden is always there. But in any case, hello to you. Subscribe via Twitch Prime. Thank you very much. Thank you. Bewhip. That's Stephen Scodes right there. Time for another resub. Love to UTP. 13 months. Big love to all. And that has set the hype train going in the chat there on Twitch. Woo woo. It will mean nothing to people who are watching this VOD back on YouTube. But you should have been here live. No, I know not everyone can make it, but exciting. I keep saying that I'm excited today. I must be excited because I keep saying that I am. So I guess I am. Brilliant. But yeah, no, I've been looking forward to playing some more Spyro today, this week. We're going to finish that today, and we might end up overrunning, but that's fine. Like, I'm just going to play it until the end now, because we've got a bit left of Dreamweavers to do. In fact, we've nearly finished Dreamweavers. We've got the flight level, Icy Flight, and then we've got the boss, Jacques, and then we're heading over to Gnasty's world, the final world of the game. And you have to work your way through the levels progressively, and sequentially, and you have to reach the exit in every level, which you don't actually have to do in the rest of Spyro. You can exit level if you want, whenever you like, but in Gnasty's world, you have to reach the exit, which is interesting. And you can't get into the next level until you've done the one that you've got right now. They open one by one. So we've got 2 longish levels there, with some slightly tougher enemies. Then we're going to fight the Gnorc himself, And then after that, there's a little bonus level too. So it's all very, 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 very exciting. So, bit of admin before we start. Now that it's, 6 minutes past 3, seems a good time to... CWT Wheelie says, "Hey TP, didn't get a notification for some reason, but I'm here." Oh, that's a shame. Don't know why that's happened. But in any case, you're here now, which is all we need to know. GY Goliath just gifted a whole load more subs to the community. That's 110 total subscriptions that GY Goliath has gifted, which is a wild amount. And it also massively helped with the hype train as well, because it was just sitting on level 2 for a while, and suddenly, Bewip, five of those have gone through. Jeez. So they've gone to, or is it 4 of them? No, 5. They've gone to the Stig 46, Caboose Mind Palace, Steen Eriko 420, Stream of Rage 92, and the Curious Orange. Hello to all of those people. Welcome to the Warriors Clan, and thank you to GY Goliath for giving those people subscriptions. Thank you so much. Rory Siegel says, "Great worst games ever yesterday. That game was such a cash grab." Yeah, we worst games ever went out yesterday for non-patrons of the Hot and Fresh tier. Everyone else, the patrons will have seen it on Friday. But
hey Peter, excited to finish this fight as I'm assured this game has a final level to it.
Yes, it does, Mr. Black. Unlike Halo 2, which was the last game I completed on stream. Thank you for the bits there, Mr. Black. Yes. What was? There goes my train of thought. Fantastic. Yes, worst games ever went out yesterday on YouTube, and I actually missed the premiere. Normally I'm there, and I didn't even have a reason this week. Like I have missed, I think 2 in total. And like one of them was because I like had something was going on like with the family or something, and we had people around or something like that. But I missed the one yesterday just because I completely forgot that it was Sunday. I thought it was Saturday. I woke up this morning as well. That was the worst thing. I woke up this morning thinking it was Sunday, and I was like, oh no, I've got to work. However, Mondays aren't so bad for me. A lot of people go back to work on a Monday and feel a bit miserable. For me, it's the day that I get to play games and just like have fun. People think that me and Ben play games for a living, which is absolutely not what we do. We spend hardly any time actually playing games for a living. Most of it is pretty boring. Well, not boring, but work-intensive managerial stuff and trying to be creative and innovative all the time. Certainly not boring by any stretch. There's always something new to do. But, we don't play games for a living. But Mondays, I do.
Hello Peter, how are you? Time for another Spyro stream. I was happy to resub. 13 months, but I have been with the channel since the start. I will admit it took me a few months to say hello in the Twitch chat. I am really glad I have.
Stephen, thank you for the bits. I'm doing well, thank you. Hope you are too. It's been lovely to have you all that time. For 13 months. That's a long old time there. We've got to get some more badges put on the back end, I think. Trojans fan tells me, don't admit that out loud, Adam will dock you. What, that I'm playing games for a living, or that I accidentally called it boring, which it certainly is not. But yeah, worst games ever went out, and I hope you all liked it. I do like to watch those watch along live on the premieres, because I get to see what people enjoyed and what people, maybe didn't enjoy. There's not a lot of negativity in those chats, but it's a useful tool or a useful experience. Oh, Trojan fan says, don't tell. You mean that I missed the premiere? That's what I shouldn't tell Adam. Hey, that's definitely my own time there. I go there voluntarily, Trojans fan. But I totally forgot. I also forgot about the live Ubisoft event last night. I had to watch it after the fact, which is why my outraged tweets... No, they weren't outraged, but why my Ubisoft Ubi Forward related tweets came out like 2 hours after the stream. We can maybe talk about that later if people ask questions about it and so on. But there we go. It's 3:10. So thank you to James SD Bait and JT Gib for subscribing, both via Twitch Prime and both for 3 months total so far, which is great. James SD Bait says, on pooey night shifts, so the upshot is being able to view what you've got. Oh, excellent. Well, good luck with getting through the night shift. Hopefully this will help a little. And JT Gibbs says, yo, thanks for all the hard work you've been doing during this difficult time. You've both made boring times more fun for all of us. Well, thank you very much to JT Gibb for that. Level 2 hype train, everyone. Congratulations. Oh, it's Jib as in Gibraltar. My bad. Okay, now I know. JT Jib. Good. Well, very good. So, the one thing I wanted to say before we start is, yes, slight changes to the schedule this week, the streaming schedule. There will be no joint Blaze It stream this week because there is actually now not a single day of the week where Ben and I are both working on the same day because we've both taken holiday. There was going to be one day this week where we were both working, but I've now taken an extra day's holiday for other reasons. So there's zero crossover this week of me and Ben both being in the office, despite the fact that we're not in the office at all. But outside of that, we're also, because of the holidays we're taking, I'm off on one of my usual streaming days and Ben's off on one of his usual streaming days. That means that today I am streaming here and now Spyro the Dragon. We're going to finish it today. Tomorrow I will be streaming at my usual time, which is 3 p.m. BST. I know Ben tends to stream from 5 till 7, but my internet can't handle streaming that close to peak time. Or it can sometimes, but it can't always, and I don't like to run the risk. So I always stream at that time, 3 p.m. So tomorrow, 3 p.m. BST, be here for, well, maybe I'll wait towards the end of the stream before I reveal that. But it might, and I do mean it might, I've not actually decided for certain yet, but it might involve a normal kind of guy, a normal sort of nobody, if that means anything to anyone. So, Master Dactyl.
Hope you had a great weekend. TP am ready for some Spyro madness. Team to 5 Spyro, Peter.
Team to 5. Thank you, Master Dactyl, for the 100 blips. And thank you to Schadenfreud09 for subscribing via Twitch Prime. 9 months. Yeah. Hope you're doing well, TP.
Back-to-back TP streams.
Yes.
Have fun on your holiday.
Thank you, I will do. Hope you're doing well, TP. Looking forward to getting my doctorate in Spirology with Dr. Austin. Yeah, there will be a test at the end of today's stream. And Mikey You Likey, thank you for subscribing via Twitch Prime. There it is. I'm ahead of the game. Bewhip. And Lord Brotovich wants me to play the Unholy War, so maybe. Peter, can we see the Unholy War poster you mentioned in the last podcast? It's not. I don't have it with me. It's at my flat in Newcastle. But yes, I could do. I could show it to you at some point. It's not that exciting. It's not a big one. It's from the centerfold of a magazine, I think. Yeah. Will it be open book? Yeah.
Hey, I wrote the music for a game in the GMTK Game Jam. I posted the link on the TripleJump Discord. Ratings and reviews will really help us. Also, the game is really fun and totally made in 48 hours. Sorry for the shameless plug, TP. Hey,
for £20, 20 Great British pounds, you are totally allowed to do a little plug there. Go check that out in the TripleJump Discord. Ben Cooper, thank you for the donation. And other Johnny Smith, subscribe via Twitch Prime. They've been subscribed for 6 months. Finally submitted my PhD.
I missed the start. Will this be on the test? Also, hey TP and Clan.
Hello, Gorilla Goo. Finally submitted my PhD. Time for more Spyro. Everyone in the chat, congrats to Jenny Smith, who I may or may not know. IRL.
Do you accept blips for better test grades?
Awesome. PhD submitted. That's great news. But now it's time to watch some Spyro now, to kick back and not think about PhDs anymore, which is probably hard to do when it's all you've been thinking about for like 3 years or whatever. Gorilla Goo, thanks for the bits. Mdes, thanks for the bit. Do you accept blips for better grades? I missed the start. Will this be on the test? It's all going to be on the test, everyone, and I don't accept bribes. Skeggy's Dar, subscribed by Twitch Prime, and then Stephen Scodes gifted a sub to One Freeman 316. Wonderful stuff. Good. Okay, well, should we play the game now? Maybe, possibly. Yes, I think so. I don't know if I thanked Stephen for his second lot of blips. Back-to-back TP streams. Have fun on your holiday. Yes, I did. Well, I certainly acknowledged the message. Yeah, I guess it's time. It's time to go. Emulator. Launch. File. Run ISO. Spyro. Yes. Spyro gameplay scene. Hello? It's coming, believe me. It's waiting for an input. There it is. We got it. We got it. Oh, in fact, let me pull my chat along there. Here we go. Beep, 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 me. Let's just add a bit of nasal now. 1, 2, 3. That's an old one, isn't it? Jeez. Bum. James SD Bait gifted a sub to the community. They've gifted 2 in total in the channel. Salutes to all our gifters. James SD Bait, Stephen, Jewer Goliath. It's gone to Rory Stevo. Then some kind of div gifted a sub to Delicate Frower. And also one to Marian Librarian. Excellent. That's a new name. Well, they often are with these gifted subs, because they often go to people who can't afford to sub themselves. Let's get our save state. Here we are. We're on the Dreamweavers. God, those clocks were still frozen from a whole week ago, weren't they? So Icy Flight next. We've got a blue Sparks. I don't know how that happened, but in we go. Salutes in the chat, everyone. I see them all there. It's nearly 3:20. It's a good time to start the game, isn't it? This is my jam, by the way. Probably should be getting chests already. Yeah. I don't know. 7. Uh-oh. It's 300 blips there from the real Jojen Reed. I had to look away to read that, but worth it. Worth every second lost. Oh, okay. Well, it's not worth that, is it? Thank you, the real Jojen Reed, for 300 blips there. Don't know whether to maybe expect 700 later on. I would never expect anything from any members of our audience, but you know, if you behave in a repeatable, predictable manner, people are going to have assumptions. Oh. Tactical wall crash there. Oh! You can't drop down when you're flying in Spyro 1, whereas I think you can in every other... In Spyro 2 and 3, and also in Reignited Trilogy. You have to just sort of... If you want to turn on a dime, you have to crash into a wall. And that usually... In fact, can I charge when I'm flying? No. It went pretty well to begin with, but it's not going so well now. Oops. You shouldn't really be starting a Spyro session with one of the harder flight levels in the game. Not really got my eye in yet for the day. I also... Maybe I shouldn't be double tagging these chests and lights. In fact, no, I shouldn't, because you need them. Well, you don't need them, but I know what I want to do. I'll do one lot on the way. Maybe lights. Because I'm going to ride the train tracks all the way through the tunnel. Which means I'll end up coming back the way for the chests. Oops. Gary Detar, DTA, love triple jump and cultaholic, mush love all. Gotta be careful just tunelessly singing to video game music when there's 2 or more video game composers, music composers in the chat right now. Oh yeah, this is the one with the copters. Trick here is to, in each area, the trick here is to in each area not do what I'm doing right now, which is just being a big idiot. It's lights, then camera, then action. Do your lights first. That's a sharp turn there. Can I use my thumbstick? Yes, I can. Why wasn't I using my thumbstick already? Who knows? You fly left against the traffic. Go for copters. And whenever a train comes through, you prioritize the trains rather than the copters, because the copters will still be here when you're done with the train. Whereas if you miss a train while it's passing through because you're too bothered about hitting the copters, then that can spell trouble for you. So we got all the trains now. So now we're just coptering. You got to preempt how high they're going to be when you reach them. See, we've gained a load of time back there. We're on 15 seconds now. Then you turn left. Okay, I guess you do chests on the way rather than... Oh, jeez. Oh, Mr. Copter as well. Okay. Well, I've learned a lot from that little session there. We do chests first, not lights. I mean, you could... There's no harm in getting the first 2 lights, but... There we go. I mean, you can. Oh, especially if you miss them and you have to go back. You can get the chests and lights all in one. You know, if you want to. Bit it. I had a chest just then. There it is. Okay, we got all the chests. I don't normally do chests and lights in one, but I guess I have done now. So that just leaves train times 4 and a bunch of copters. Whoa! Which fortunately you get 3 seconds for, which might just be enough to keep me... Oh no, not if I land it won't be. 8, 7, 6, 5, less than that. Here we go, we've done it. In a real rough and ready roundabout way. Peter, slow down, I can't write notes this fast. Yeah. There we go. Try again. Definitely not. It's good music, but whew.
Yeah.
Really love all Spyro streams. TP. What games are thinking about streaming next? Also, why was the computer cold?
Why was the computer cold? Thank you, Stephen, for the bits.
And 3.
Ooh. Oh, and 3. And there's 700 blips there from the real Jojen Reed, who continues to be, frankly, creepy. No, in the nicest possible way. Thank you. Thank you so much, the real Jojen Reed. You are the real Jojen Reed. Let's see if I can nail this tiny charge. There we go, that's it. That's the tiny charge. Do you see that? He changed size, but I was still able to charge him like a small one. That might mean nothing to anyone, but if you watch the last stream, I talked about how if you time that right, you can kill that guy with a charge, even though he's becoming one of the large unchargeable enemies. What am I thinking of streaming next? Well, Stephen, I will at some point be moving on to Spyro 2, but not straight away. I would like to play Condemned Criminal Origins now that it's come to my attention that it's available on Steam, because that's a real spooky game and fun to play, and a game I've talked about a lot on podcasts and stuff, but have never shown off. This is, I'm guessing, one of Stuart Copeland's favourite tracks he did for this game, because he included it on one of his best hits albums. It's called something like Rainfall or Monsoon or something. Little fun fact there. So there's a lot of these fools in this level that help you progress on platforms. Gonna smoke some fools today. Yeah, so I'll play Spyro 2 PS1 version at some point. I will play Condemned Criminal Origins soon. I've also made unbreakable promises to play what's it called? Knights of the Old Republic, if and when it's working on Steam, which I think it is now. I think they fixed it. You used to not be able to get beyond the front menu because it was expecting you to be using a controller and you weren't. God, these guys are pretty scary. Voodoo. But the game I was alluding to earlier is something I've also alluded to in previous streams. What I'd really like to do is maybe start that. Maybe take that road trip that I've always talked about. You know, if people have grand plans that they always talk about and never do. The road trip across America, the living as a hermit in a forest somewhere, moving to a kibbutz, giving up work and becoming an artist, things like that. I've got the gaming equivalent, or the live stream equivalent. I've said for a long time that I'd like to do some sort of Bethesda RPG run where we intentionally play the game rather than as a mythical hero or someone with a greater purpose. We play as a nobody. We play as a normie. So what I might at least trial tomorrow is the first adventures of Normie Nobody, Normie Nob Day, as he's been dubbed. It's weird to me that I've already got the character like named when we've not even entered the character creation suite of Skyrim yet. Not that it's the most extensive character creation suite, but it's strange to me that I already know who I'm going to be playing as, and I don't even know what they look like yet. But yeah, it's Norman Nobody. We'll be playing that tomorrow. So that dragon over there is another one that foxes a lot of people. There's this like pillar here, and you're like, what's that? How do I get over there? You can't fly over there. Well, you actually, I believe if you are a true Major League Master Pro Gamer Professional, it is actually possible to glide over there in like the wildest possible way. I think you have to do that, like jump around that corner or something. But it's not really doable at all. You can't get from over there. That building's in the way. So you're like, how do I do that? What you do is this guy here controls this pillar. And this guy here controls this pillar, right? So you got to ask yourself, what pillar does this guy control? And the answer is... Oh, we're never going to find out. Oh, we'll never know. Okay, I'm going to wait now. In fact, I'll chase him to a more convenient area. Okay, there we go. The answer is that that middle fool controls this pillar. Uh-oh. There we go. So now that gives you more than enough height to get across here. Oh, Gary DTA says, new bit badge to go with my new Billy sub badge. Thank you for the 98 bits there, Gary. I'm glad I looked over into the chat just there, because otherwise I might have missed that. Is TP drunk, says Trojan fan. No, I'm not. I'm not drunk. So let's get this dragon. Now, after what is one of the trickier dragons to access in this game, this guy doesn't have a lot to offer you, as far as I remember. I think he's one of those ones who says, "Thank you for releasing me." He is, although he does say it in a funny voice, so that's something. Thank you for releasing me. TP's just high on life. Yeah, that's me. I'm drunk on Spyro lore. Yeah. That guy controls this little outcropping. Get up this whirlwind here. Smash. And this is actually a pretty tricky glide. You really have to, like, make sure you glide at the very top of your jump, and probably also jump forwards as you do it. Or even then, you have to do the little charge hop at the end if you don't quite. If you charge at just the right moment when you're gliding, and if you're about to miss, you know that you're going to miss a ledge if you glide. There is just a sweet spot where if you charge, you will actually get just a little bit more height. Or a little bit more distance, I guess, before the drop-off. Can I do this in one? Let's find out. Oh, well, not if I clip the ledge, I can't. Jeez. Been landed on it. Landed on that pillar. Thank you, Thuntoft. Hey, TP, can't think of anything clever to say. You guys are welcome. Well, thank you, Thuntoft. That's... Hey, it's not a competition. Don't worry about that at all. Thank you so much. Let's hop on there. Oh. Can I still get this guy from here? Yeah. $30 lives, everyone. So I think I've done this. I'm just having a quick passing glance. There we go. We're all good. Staniak just subscribed. Thank you, Staniak. Or is it Staniak? Oh, it is Staniak, isn't it? There's two eyes in it. I think I've been calling you Staniak all this time. Thank you, Staniak, for subscribing. 17 months! Have I been calling you Staniak for 17 months? I suppose I must have been. The latter, you have. Yeah. Whoop! It's getting a bit gloomy in here. We had one nice sunny day yesterday in the UK. Or maybe not even nationwide, but certainly where I am. And now it's gone all drizzly again. Boop, 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 boop. Guys, it's time to fight a pretty weird boss. And don't forget these red gems, by the way, because they're so easy to miss. I'm constantly missing them. Are we talking about the weather again? Of course we are.
Any advice before this battle?
Advice? A wise dragon once told me, aim high in life, but watch out for flying boxes.
If I was more of a Spyro nerd, and is that even possible, Or if I had to get a Spyro-related tattoo, I would probably get aim high in life, but watch out for flying boxes on my, I don't know, on my wrist. It's words to live by.
Hey TP, I hope your day is joyful. Been re-watching the Harry Potter streams at work. Have a good day.
Chandler Eldridge, thank you for the donation there. I'm glad you're enjoying rewatching the Harry Potter streams. That's nice. Yeah, absolutely. Wonderful. Thank you very much for donating. All the best to you. Demica Kempton says, I got the gems tattooed on my ankle. That's cool. And someone else just made a good little bit of a little factoid. Where is it? The Tick Cartoon says this is the one boss level with more than one dragon. It is, actually. I never really thought about that, but it absolutely is that. So, how about that? There you go. Your friend Hagrid. Yeah, that's it. So, this is Jacques. He's a Jacques in the box. He throws flying boxes at you. They're sort of like presents. If you charge them, they can't hurt you. All you do is basically chase him. Ooh. And then when he stands on these square box-shaped ones, like he's a Jack-in-the-Box, then you can flame him. So, done a bit of damage to him there. This guy actually has more health than Gnasty Gnorc. In fact, I think all the bosses do. Yeah, they do. Gnasty only takes 2 flames, and all the others take 3 or more. Oh, yikes. Hello? Hello? Hands that seem to have never played Spyro before in their life? Do you want to maybe just... There we go. Yeah. Oh, I thought I got him. Boing, boing, boing. Blub, 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 blub. Oh, 4 delicious purples or pinks, and there's a few more waiting for me up here, or some. Yeah, there we go. Come on, game, give me that sweet 500. Yeah. Gnasty was really not planning on being a main boss. He just got called ugly and went off unprepared. He absolutely did. Gnasty Gnorc got called ugly on TV and he threw a bit of a tantrum, and who can blame him? And then realised, oh damn. Oh damn. There we go. What I'm going to do is grab a mushroom or 2. In fact, I don't need to because there's a load of rats at Gnorc Nexus. So let's go. Amos. Off we go to Gnasty's world, everyone, where we have a little throwback music track. It's the same as the one in the first boss of the Artisan Home world. It's the toasty music. It's a good one. It's very appropriate. It's not a big world, it's just this floating platform. Gnasty lives in a junk world. It's the dragon's junkyard, according to the manual, the game manual. So there's a few gems lying around here, but you can't get 100% of the gems or dragons initially in this level. I'll show you why in a minute. This is Hack the Balloonist, the only one who never demands anything of you, because he's just the resident balloonist here. He never takes you anywhere else. So we've got some dragon heads, which again are reminiscent of the toasty level from the Artisan Home. They will open up and have portals inside them. In fact, you can actually see them through the mouths. That's Twilight Harbour. That's Gnasty Gnorc. And this one, what could that be? How exciting. But when the mouths open, there are some gems hiding inside, which is why, despite the fact that the inventory tells us there's 200 gems here, we've only got 75. There's also meant to be 2 dragons here, but there's only 1 available so far. How strange. And also the weird thing about Gnasty's world is this.
Hey, didn't I already free you?
You're in Gnasty's world now, Spyro, and you are the dragon who must defeat him.
Bring him on. I'm ready.
Reach the exit in each of Gnasty's lands. Then you can challenge the Gnorc himself.
All the dragons in Gnasty's world are dragons that you've already freed. But it still goes towards your count, which is very odd. So there'll be like familiar dragons that we've already seen before. And it's never really explained in any official capacity why these dragons are here. I think the unofficial explanation is that some of the dragons banded together and went to confront Gnasty. Give us the lore, Peter, says Jakey Dudes in the chat. I believe the unofficial lore, or at least the non-confirmed lore, is that some of the freed dragons banded together to go and confront Gnasty, and when they got here, he froze them in crystal again. Don't know. This is one of my favourite tracks actually in the game as well. Which so is Icy Flight, incidentally. It's a level of good tracks. It's a stream of good tracks, I should say. This really takes off, this one. It's nothing too exciting right now, but it goes places. When the bass goes a bit madder. There's TNT barrels in this level. Now, there is a very weird proxy thing that I've seen people do on streams and on speedruns. I don't know how to do it exactly. I don't know, like, if there's a technique, but basically this guy apparently, if you can sort of jump on this guy's barrel, when he lifts it over his head, he can throw you up into the sky. Sometimes high enough that you can... Yeah, there must be some sort of consistent way of doing it that I don't know or understand. But he can throw you high enough that you can glide all the way to the exit. Which is useful in this level, because it's one of the only, like... Well, not one of the only, but it's one of several truly linear levels in Spyro the Dragon. Some levels are a bit more non-linear or have branching paths, or you know, you can kind of choose which way you do certain things, but this, you kind of have to just take it as it comes, literally, bit by bit. Can actually give this guy a flaming barrel to pick up. It goes off in his hand, which is nice. Oh, I've lost Sparks trying to do the weird barrel proxy thing. Oh!
Keep up the good work, Spyro. I expect Gnasty's really starting to worry about you.
I'd be shaking in my Gnorc boots if I were him.
Yeah, so would I. Got 4 dragons left, everyone, in the entire game. Uh-oh. Nearly missed that. So, this barrel mechanic, you know, it's the only time it's used in this game. But it's handy, you know, not only can you attack enemies with them, but break open those chests and stuff. think some rats here. Yeah, good. Needed them. You can actually... So these guys, if you get too close, will smack you with their TNT barrel. What you're supposed to do here really is hurl the barrel at the guy, but you can actually light his barrel on fire. But you can also do that, of course. Look at this Lego floor in here. I guess it's supposed to be like rivets or something, but it just kind of looks like Lego to me. Oh, this is fun. So you see this barrel, I keep mixing up the word barrel and chest, I'm having a real hard time, but this chest you're like, well, how do I can't charge these things because it just does that, so oh man, that's a real tough one. I'll have to come back for that somehow. Maybe there's a firework or a supercharge or something, right? No, wrong. We'll get to it in a moment. It's an interesting sight. Look ahead of you. This is how you open that barrel. That flipping chest is the word I'm trying to use, but failing to do so. Biff. Yeah. Boop, 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 boop. Chest full of rubies, red gems. There's a very exciting room at the end of today's stream. Absolutely brimming with treasures. It's just big Lego in your head, Peter. Yeah, yeah. I think it's Lego. This is fun. Little chain reaction. Any fans of Parappa the Rapper here? Spyro's a fan.
Wow, I never thought I'd be rescued, especially by such a little dragon. What I mean is, I always believed in you, Spyro.
You gotta believe.
You gotta believe. Lots of fun chain reactions in this level. Here's one. Excuse me, pardon me. Hey. That's fun. Kick punch, it's all in the mind. It is. Yeah. Ugh. Oh, baby, the double. Yeah. Get him, Sparks. Oh, loads. Loads of money. Do we lose points if we spell Parappa wrong on the test? Definitely. Jack Bradshaw says, fun fact, there's actually an anime adaptation of Parappa the Rapper, which does sound odd. There's also a Kirby anime, so I suppose it's the norm lol. I mean, it doesn't surprise me that there's a Kirby anime, but I don't think I knew that there was a Parappa one. Oh yeah, it's possible to There is a key for this chest later on in the level. But, who needs a key when you know how to chant like this? Oh, yeah. We got it. Is that everything? That's it. Oops. So the key would ordinarily be down this corridor here. Biff, 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 biff. Just like here, I think, normally. But it's disappeared now because I've already opened the chest. Cheater Austin? How dare you? Exploiter Austin. This is it. Nearly the end. Gem, gem, gem. Ride the whirlwind. Up here. And this is return home. Thinking about it. I might even... Never mind overrun. We might underrun slightly on the stream today. Oh, hang on. Did I actually complete the level there? Yes, I did. Okay. It's the 75 confused me. Just because of stuff like this. Twilight Harbour next. We're getting there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I sure hope Spyro 2 ends with a level where you play as Hunter and don't actually fight. Ripto, also unrelated but wanted to give some blips to celebrate that a video on my YouTube channel has gotten over 1 million views, which is neat.
Oh.
Sorry to self-promote, just really happy and enjoying the stream as usual.
Congrats, Barlam. The million views there. 100 blips, thank you very much. Yeah, it's not... we only recently got 1 million views on one of our videos. I think we did, didn't we? We've got 1 million views on consoles list. Took me a long time to get 1 million views on any videos on my personal channel. My Rick and Morty remixes that I did ended up getting some million views. But no, like it's
Peter Austin is the king of Spyro.
It's a big achievement.
The best of them all. The king of the dragons. All the best.
Thank you, Stephen. Thank you very much. Lord Broadfoot says, did it say 1 out of 2 dragons, or am I also drunk? Gnorc Nexus at the top, yeah, 1 out of 2 dragons, and you're like, well, where could the other dragon be? There's nothing here, but Gnorc Nexus is where we are now, if you're confused by that. But yeah, it's still like, well, where's there going to be room for a dragon? It's not going to be crushed down inside one of these mouths, is it? It's a weird one. We'll get to that. The reason I exited the level just there is because we were mid-bit Robot Lady donation, and I wanted to say this level has one of the wildest sort of entrances of probably any Spyro game ever made. You fly into Twilight Harbour, and this mad, like, electric guitar starts playing, and a Gnorc bounces around the corner and then unloads an assault rifle in your face. Welcome to Twilight Harbour, where the Gnorcs have actual guns. I'm not sure whose idea this was, but I kind of like it. Spoilers, says Dad. Yeah, maybe I should have just let it happen. But I wanted to know what people were looking. I wanted people to know what they were looking for. These guys have grenades. Oh. This is one of the tracks where Stuart Copeland really plays around with riffs and loop points and stuff, and like one melody or one riff will seem to start or restart like sooner than like other stuff that it's accompanying, which is it's cool. It Keeps you on your toes. There's a red beret guy here. This guy constantly shoots his gun. One of the dragons in this level refers to Gnorc commandos. I've never been completely sure whether the Gnorc commandos are those red berets, or if it's the bandana camo guys with who throw grenades and carry a machete. I think I decided that it's the red beret guys, but watch his. Oh no, this isn't the guy.
Thank you for releasing me.
Oh, look at this guy. He's rad. Oh! Oh, yikes. This is definitely the hardest level in the game, I would say. Well, some people struggle with treetops, struggle to 100% treetops, but just in terms of progressing through the level, this is one of the hardest ones. It's still fine if you just take your time. I never take my time on this level, and I rush into rooms and think, oh, I'll just jump over the bullets. like true trained soldiers. That's what they think. I'll just jump over the bullets. It's fine. Check out. I think this guy's called Cletus. Check out his karate pose.
Be on the lookout for Gnorc commandos, Spyro.
They better be on the lookout for me.
Be on the lookout for Gnorc commandos, Spyro. They better be on the lookout for me. It is. It's the Dark Souls of Spyro levels. That's what it is for sure. What we're going to do now is supercharge. You're going to turn left, and you're like, Peter, where are you going? You've cleared this area out, surely. Well, we're doing this. It's a long way. But oh boy, if you think that's all we're doing, supercharge-wise, you'd be wrong. And this bit normally takes me a few tries. We've opened the drawbridge. Whip! Ready, Larzus? I will give you your due time, your due airtime in just a moment when I've done this. Whew. That's it. That's what I wanted to do. Odie Larzus, thank you very much for subscribing. 6 months total. No better way to celebrate passing my first accountancy exam than being with the Walrus clan for 6 months. Well, congratulations, Odie Larzus. Good for you. Everyone's having academic achievements today in today's stream. Well done, everyone who's done a good thing that has meant that they're smart. I wish I'd done a smart thing today. Oh, uh-oh, I didn't jump. I just sort of flopped off. Oh, yikes. Ugh. I always forget that Spyro is as varied and interesting as it is, actually, Spyro 1. Because, you know, Spyro 2 and Spyro 3... Spyro 3's got new characters in it, new playable characters. And even Spyro 2, it's got, like, you know, vehicles and weird stuff and junk. You know, it's got just loads of weird orb challenges and trouble with the trolley and things like that. But and I always think of Spyro 1 in comparisons like, oh, it's a simple platformer, yeah, with a bit of charge and a bit of gliding, but like it's mostly just a platformer where you collect stuff. It's a collectathon. But you know, there's the Fairy Kiss Super Flame stuff. There's some really interesting supercharge runs in it. There's the barrels that you bash around. There's more to Spyro 1 than I think even I give it credit for, and I'm someone who loves the game. I don't know. We should be about okay in terms of. We're not going to finish too early. We might have 10 minutes of Q&A or something at the end, but ooh. Because Gnasty Gnorc takes 5-10 minutes. We've probably got a few minutes left of this level now. And then... And then the post-Gnasty Gnorc level, the final dragon head that I showed you just now in Gnorc Nexus. That'll take us a little while, just because it's so expansive, or relatively speaking. It's just a lot to get through in that level. There we go, that was Twilight Harbour. Hats off to Toys for Bob, who, when they remade the Spyro trilogy, included in levels like this a bunch of like little extra details, like in Twilight Harbour you had to find a load of cogs or gears on walls and stuff and flame them, and there were like 5 to find hidden throughout the level, and it's just you get like a skill point for it or a trophy or something. They hid some mushrooms in the Beastmaker's world. They hid a portrait in High Caves. You know, it was good. They did some good stuff. 120% run, says Lobrotovich. That's actually what we're going for. We are doing the 120% run. 420% run, sadly not. We'd have to play the game like 2 or 3 more times for that. So, Gnasty Gnorc. Oh. It's probably the one of the richest wooden chests in the game, that. 200 out of 200. We still don't have the final dragon, though. How odd. Guys, it's time to confront Gnasty Gnorc. I remember the first time I entered this level as a kid. It felt so intense, and I was like, oh my god, what do I do? Gnasty won't start attacking you until you move. Oh, you can get a little bit closer, I guess. Come a little closer. And then he'll fire this thing at you. Incidentally, it's not Crystal Dragon spell. I thought if I ever got hit by this, that it might play a special death animation where Spyro finally gets turned to a Crystal Dragon. But, that's not the case. So, there's a load of gems and stuff in here. So, to get up to Gnasty, we need a key for that keyhole. Ooh. Oh! Weirdly, this floor here, this raised up sort of cog-shaped bit on the floor, is instead a sunken cog-shaped bit of floor in the Reignited trilogy. Really strange artistic license they took there, where they were like, no, we're not doing a raised up cog floor, we're doing a... Oh, I've overtaken the thief. Ugh. I'm actually trying to see if I can get this guy just by charging rather than flaming, because this is the guy, these two guys are the ones I'm most worried about in doing my flameless run. Got him. Okay, so I know I can get him charging. Let me just check that I've got everything. So that key does not fit this hole. Otherwise it would have played an animation just there of me unlocking it. Is the key the friendship we made with the dragons along the way, says Lobrotovich. You decide. You seem like the sort of wholesome chap that's what he would take away from this. So this unlocks corridor number 2, the orange corridor. And once again, Oh, we can do it charging easy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I think I've had more trouble with those guys in the past because I've spent less time dawdling, showing people off, you know, showing the audience like, hey, this is what happens when you do this. So I've taken less damage, and I'm sure, I think I said this in like maybe the first stream I did of Spyro some weeks ago. I'm sure I've read somewhere that there is actually a little bit of adaptive difficulty in this game. I know you've definitely got it in Crash Bandicoot, but I think I read somewhere about like the speed of like thieves in this game changing depending on how well you've done elsewhere in the game. That might not be true though. I might be making that up. Might just be getting confused with Crash. Well, like the speed of the boulder slows down if you're really struggling with the boulder levels and stuff. Right, so there we go. We've got the second key. We've lowered the step. Spyro just did his hair a little bit, and now we've got to get nasty. He's a coward though. He's ugly and cowardly. Ooh, steady. So this is, when I do my flameless run, which I am going to do, I keep talking about it, this will be the first time I ever flame anything in my entire run. We'll have done the entire game so far, not 100%, but we'll have done the entire thing. I wanted to finish my sentence there before I did it, but well, it's alright, we need to go around again anyway. Yeah, I won't have 100%ed the game, well, or whatever it is. Where am I now? I won't have 98%ed the game up to this point. I'll have definitely skipped chunks. But, you know, I'll have done enough to get me to the Gnasty Gnorc fight without flaming at all. And we'll get to this here moment. And much like Captain Jack Sparrow... Oh, he's going to get away from me again, actually. If you don't keep up with him, he runs. Oh, missed him. Okay. Anyway, this is how you do it. In fact, that would be awkward, wouldn't it? If I missed my first flame. I have to make sure I'm confident. It's not normally very difficult, but if you stop for the gems, he does tend to get away from you. But if you just chase him, you don't really have an issue. There we go. That's flame number 1. And then this bit used to fox me as a kid.
You go get a hot chocolate and you miss all the G build up to Gnasty Gnorc. Go purple boy.
All the G build up. These platforms close in on you. Ready? You're toast, Gnorc. Whew. Adam's panic as these ledges disappeared was hilarious. Yeah, it was. I watched that bit.
What about Gnasty Gnorc?
Gnasty Gnorc is toast.
So now there's order again in the Dragon Kingdom?
Well, mostly. I've still got some treasure to pick up.
What will you do next?
I'd say the sky's the limit.
So that is the ending cutscene to Spyro the Dragon, followed by some wonderful credits music. C Plummy just subscribed. I'm going to let these credits play out actually because it's good music. It's a nice little fly around different levels, and I could do with taking the time to just chat for a bit before we move on to the final secret level. What? 100 bits was from Awesome Fox 42, who went to get hot chocolate and missed up all the Gnasty Gnorc build up. But hey, we did it. We did it. I hope you're enjoying your hot chocolate, Awesome Fox.
11 minutes before the sex number and TP is all's blazing team to 5 BLA's DIT.
Already blazing is what Gorilla Goo meant to say, but Robot Lady struggled. 100 blitz there from Gorilla Goo. Thank you so much. And yes, thank you again to C Plummy for subscribing. Been subscribed for 4 months. Good for you. Thank you very much. What game's next? Since we done Spyro 1, says Speedway Nut. Well, we're not quite done Spyro 1 yet. But, yeah. Next game, I suspect tomorrow, we'll be doing an NPC run. We'll be meeting Normie for the first time. I'll play Spyro 2 eventually, though. I'll play it soon on PS1. I'm really looking forward to, in the next few months as well, probably replaying the Insane Trilogy on stream at some point in the lead up to the new Crash game, which comes out in October, I believe, unless it gets delayed. Lord Brotovich says, the only thing I can quickly find by asking Google is that Spyro 3 has adaptive difficulty, and it's only a Reddit post, so no idea how true that is. Yeah, I don't know. I was thinking then as I was chasing Gnasty that I seemed to be keeping up with him very easily. And I don't think it is because Thieves and Gnasty Gnorc and things are running slower. I think it's because I was running faster, either because I'm just that good at the game, or more likely, maybe there's a difference between... Maybe I'm playing a certain version of the game, like maybe there's a difference between NTSC versus PAL, or emulated versus non-emulated, and you run a little bit faster. Returning home. Oh, see Plummy! I'll read those BUIPs in just a moment. What? What's that there? This guy's still shut. Anyone? You can see the name of it. It used to really enthrall me. Gnasty's Loot. I used to be like, oh, what? Gnasty's Loot, what is that? And this dragon tells you what Gnasty's Loot is. But keep in mind that when I got to this point as a kid, I still had like loads of odd bits of gems like scattered around the world. Probably even a few dragons in like treetops and stuff that I'd not found yet. And this doesn't open until you've 100%ed the game, which we've almost done. We just need to open that dragon there. And once we do, this will open up. But first time I played this game, I came out of the Gnasty Gnorc portal, opened this dragon, and he said, this will open when you 100% the game. And I absolutely hadn't 100% of the game, and it was just out of reach. You just wanted to get in there and find out what's in there. I'll quickly say now, C Plummy salutes in the chat. Thank you so much for gifting subs to the community. That's 25 total that you've done there. No, it's not. It's 7 total. I'm reading the number of awards shared with the chat there. Emotes. They've gone to Jamie Undisputed, Nameless Ghoul 14, E Raptor, Lyra Wolf, and Katie Rabbit. Thank you, C Plummy. Young Tiny Peter was fuming. He was. So here we go. The final dragon of the game.
Gnasty's ancient history now. So, what's in there?
I believe this is Gnasty's treasure hoard. But the gate will not open until you have found everything in the Dragon Kingdom. Come back when you have reached 100%.
Now, call me crazy. I've always assured myself that this guy says, I believe this is Gnasty... Oh, by the way. It's open now. Hooray! Gnasty's Loot. I've always assured myself that this guy says, I believe this is Gnasty's treasure hoard. But, really, when I first listened to this dragon, it sounded to me what it still sounds like. Which is, what do you think he says?
Gnasty's ancient history.
Listen very carefully.
So, what's in there?
I believe this is Gnasty's treasure hoard. But the gate...
I believe this is Gnasty's treasure hoard. What? So, what? Gnasty's treasure what? I believe this is Gnasty's treasured hoard.
Gnasty's ancient history now. So, what's in there?
I believe this is Gnasty's treasure hoard. But the gate...
It is what he said, Lord Brotovich. Don't pretend. Peter, stop. Pure to a pure mind, peeps. Yeah, I don't know. Gnasty's Loot. Here we are. We're going into Gnasty's treasure hoard, everyone. Horror, TP. I believe this is Gnasty's treasure horror. It is not horror. So this is a weird level. It's all industrial and weird. It's just a single area. It's not linear at all. And you're like, oh, hang on. What am I... How do I get off here? You know? And you're like, what do I do? So you think, well, I guess maybe I can walk on that lava or something, or maybe I could glide over there if I was really skilled. And you try and glide, and then whoa! It's a flight level, everyone. Weird mechanic in this level, though, which is that there's a height cap, which means I can't go higher than this at the moment. But if you reach a certain height by climbing to an area, you can then fly that high and you can get back up there again as well. So what you have to do in this level is slowly make your way up. Do I have to pick up his key? Yes, I do. Another jam, this one. Just quit. It's already 110%. Well, 100%. Well, now it's 102, so we can't quit now. But... So all you do in this level is go around collecting, would you believe it, 2,000 treasure. The most we've ever collected in another level is, what, like 500? 500? Don't think there's ever been a 600. Yeah. So we're getting 4 times the amount of treasure we're used to collecting. Which is pretty wild. Okay, yeah, I need to use the key that I just picked up. Oh yeah, in here. So this unlocks. It's a bit weird. It's a weird way to progress because, you know, I could just fly up there, but I can't because there's a height cap. So I'm like, I can't get higher than this. But by climbing a staircase up here, I can now fly that high. Bit strange. But you do feel a sense of progression. You do feel, you know, like you're working towards something. You're not just running around collecting loads and loads of treasure. So now I can fly back to this area. I can get onto this ledge because I've got a bit more height, you see. It's a very strange system, but as I say, it at least gives the level some kind of goal other than just fly to every single room and pick everything up. Oh, in fact, let's chase this guy into a better location and give him the old... Don't really get any more chances to do this.
Time once again, my dudes. You know, Gnasty Gnorc is probably the most misunderstood boss in all of video games.
He certainly is.
I mean, he was just living his normal life, having a great time, and the dragons make fun of him for no good reason. I mean, if people called me ugly for no reason, I would also turn them into crystal statues. Which is what Brotovich and I do when anyone mocks the good name of Blazing Mods on Fridays. You're beautiful, Gnasty Gnorc, and don't let anyone say otherwise.
It's true, Jack. It's all true.
Happy 420 BBBB Blaze it, my dudes. Moggy dab. The helicopters were a bit much for me. Here are some vehicle jokes, Moggy cool. What's the most tired part of the car? The exhaust pipe.
Surely the
Ha, ha,
tyres.
ha.
No?
How did the lobster get to the ocean? By helicopter. He he he.
Brilliant.
What do you call a sleeping bull? A bulldozer. Ho ho ho.
Ho ho ho.
What do you say to a frog who needs a ride? Hop in. Hoo hoo hoo.
Hop in.
What do you get when dinosaurs crash their cars? Tyrannosaurus Rex. Ha hee hoo.
Very good.
I'm really running out of themes for the jokes.
Lord Rotovich.
BB blaze it. Blaze it like a dragon with a mouthful of blaze.
Oh yeah, we will. We'll continue to do so. Lord Rotovich, you'll never run out of themes for jokes. There's almost infinite themes, you know? You could do jokes about gems or treasure or jewellery. You could do jokes about grass or flight or... I don't know. Hey, there's no pressure to keep it up, but do. No, there is. There's all the pressure to keep it up. Thank you to Jack Bradshaw, Lord Brotovich, and James SD Bate for your 100 bits each. Very kind from you all. Much appreciated. Wonderful stuff. Yeah, Jack, you make a good point that Gnasty Gnorc is one of the most misunderstood bosses in any video game. And in fact, if you'll excuse oh, that was the ad there. That was Ben for a moment. I clicked the wrong thing. If you'll excuse a little plug, we've actually done a list on the 10 misunderstood video game enemies. And even in the thumbnail, you've got Gnasty Gnorc there. So spoilers, he features in it. So that's a list you can look at if you want to find out about Gnasty's tragic tale and the tragic tale of many other video game bosses or villains. Halo Grunts as well, which incidentally was the last game we played. Yeah, that's very interesting stuff. Anyway. Bloop. Oh, and Lord Brotovich, very, very, very quick with the URL there into the chat. Brilliant stuff. Thank you, Lord Brotovich. Do you peeps think the creators of Spyro were as aware to what Gnorcs are in the UK when they named Gnasty Gnorc? I don't know what a Gnorc is in the UK. I hope it's not a horrible, horrible word. I sort of feel like I've heard the word used in the UK, but I don't really know what it is, what it means. I've just noticed that Jakey Dudes keeps posting a Rosie. I think that's Booth's sister, right? That's Rosie. I don't remember her handle. But an emote from I think her channel that's Gnorcs. Didn't realise there was a Gnorcs emote available on Rosie's channel. We should oh, Ozy fish. Oh, that's it, yeah. Can we now reach this ledge? Yes, we can. So there's now a plane thief. It's a blue one. We've not seen a blue one for a little while. Got him. Got his key. Gnorcs are apparently breasticles. I wasn't aware of that. Or maybe I was, but I certainly am now anyway. So we now hop through here. Pop the key in the hole, son. And that is the last door there that we need to unlock. And you won't believe what's inside it. People who do know what's inside it might be wondering if I've made a mistake in saying that. I definitely remember what is inside it, but you know, there's a lot of build-up to get in that room. Better be something good, am I right? This guy's probably, in my experience, one of the hardest thieves to catch in the entire game. I don't know why, I just really struggle to catch him. He's probably not as hard as Treetops, but oh. But if you biff the pipe, he's certainly difficult to catch. He flies all the way up there, unless you're right on his tail, in which case he just keeps going round and round. But I guess you've got to cut the corner and fly low. I think Spyro flies faster when he flies lower. He certainly does in Spyro 2. I don't know if the same thing happens in Spyro 3 or Spyro 1 or not. I think maybe. Ugh. Oh no, I biffed him. He gnorked me. It comes from the word knockers, of course. Gnasty's treasure hoard. Oh! Steady! Oh, look how low I am. Touching the lava. There we go, we got him. So, we fly up here. Oh, we can't get up there now. Guess I forgot to jump while I was up there. I think actually jumping when you reach a certain height also contributes to whether you can fly up to a certain height. So I think the reason I couldn't fly up there is because I hadn't done that, just to maximize the height that I've gained. Anyway, this is the final door to unlock in this level. It's going to be big. How many gems do we have left? Look, we've got over 1,000 gems left to catch, left to find. This is the final room to unlock. Da-na-na-na. We do not want your comments, DJ JPEG. Thank you for subscribing, DJ JPEG for 5 months via Twitch Prime. So you're like, okay, what was all that about? What's that then? Light some fireworks. And even then you're like, okay, sure. Fair few gems in these, but it's not going to be enough, is it? Where am I going to get my final gems from? First thing I need to do is... I'm sure this is actually part of it, is... In order to gain maximum height, you need to jump! So it means I can now fly this high. I think that genuinely makes a difference. Anyway, yeah, you're like, okay... What was all that in aid of then? There's still like 1,000 gems left. And I can set off all the fireworks I want, but... You know, not making headway. Really. In any other level we would be. This would be a whole lot of gems to find in one, but... There's like 1,000 left. Oh, it does tricks. Well, ladies and gents, this is it. This is the room. It's not locked up. You just have to get the height. The height access is locked up in that little room with the 110 gem in it. Halo 2 ending all over again. No, don't worry. Don't worry. If you guys were expecting a massive treasure haul, welcome to Gnasty's portrait room, which in Reignited Trilogy is done up like properly, like his recreational room. It's really well done actually. It's full of love letters, motivational posters, piles of chicken legs and stuff. So even this, you're like, well, alright, we've got like... This isn't exactly a massive treasure haul, is it? It's like 6 fireworks chests or 7 or whatever, and we've still got nearly 1,000 gems to find. Well, forgive the clipping wall. Those are all worth 25. This is what we came here for, everyone. Gnasty's treasure haul. Look at that number. Look at the numbers spinning. Yes, boys and girls. That is, I think, unless we've missed a gem somewhere, 120% completion of Spyro the Dragon. Got all me eggs, all me treasures, all me dragons. Whew. Is it like Super Mario 64, jump into the portrait? I tried that in the Reignited trilogy. I wanted to see if like you could knock the portrait off the wall or something and it reveals a secret room. But sadly not. So, we did it. It's only 25 to 5. We've got an ending cutscene to watch first. Hello, Spyro.
Spyro the Dragon, you've defeated Gnasty Gnorc, collected the dragon eggs, saved all the dragons, and recovered every bit of treasure in the Dragon Kingdom. How do you feel?
I feel fired up, Bob. And I'm happy for the dragon world, of course. I certainly wouldn't want to spend the rest of my dragon days butting heads with Gnasty Gnorc and his weird minions.
What's a minion?
Never mind. You know what they say. For every good battle, you need a good adversary. And I felt that Gnasty, in spite of his misguided nature, was a worthy opponent. Uh-oh. Here we go again.
What a rad dude. He's moggy cool. Second credits round now. When you complete Spyro, I think just Spyro 1 in the Reignited trilogy, you can then equip Spyro's shades in the Reignited trilogy, which is cool. And they got the dragons got frozen again right at the end there. And Spyro says, uh-oh, here we go again. And you know, I was convinced as like an 8-year-old or however old I was, maybe younger, 6 or 7-year-old when I completed this game, that when these credits, because I'd already had the bait and switch with like, I'd already seen the first round of credits and then it's like, oh, but the gate won't open until you've 100% of the game and then you can go to Gnasty's treasure hoard. So I'd already had the bait and switch once with the credits and I was like, I know the credits are running now, but those dragons just got frozen in crystal and Spyro said, here we go again. So I was expecting or hoping that when these credits stopped rolling, that Spyro would end up back in Gnasty's homeworld or possibly the Artisan's homeworld. And there would be a dragon frozen in crystal there and you would free him and the dragon would be like, Spyro, thank God you're here. Gnasty was never defeated. He's still out there and he's frozen all of the dragons in crystal again. And you have to go and like visit a load of new worlds and stuff. If only. If only. Wouldn't that be nice? But no, it's just a little funny, silly ending there. Donate for my my singing voice there. That's pretty good, I thought. No sheep were harmed during the creation of this game. A few Gnorcs, but no sheep. Returning home? What? So, 20 minutes of Unholy War coming right now, eh? Yeah, that's it. Voice of an angle. No, that's not a typo. So we're back in the Artisan home. We've 100% of the game. 120% of the game. And I've got 25 minutes left of the stream to do. I don't know whether I could, like, maybe replay each flight level. Or move... Let me see... I guess it's time for a test, says Mr. Black. Yeah, it could be. It could be that. What else do I have in terms of... Because we played some other stuff at the end of Halo, didn't we? We played Grid Run and something else. Running Wild. Remember that? I don't really have... The only other games I've got from the first episode of Playback are not as good. They're not... They were kind of... I picked them because they were weird and clunky. I've actually got some other games installed on here that I've been playing over the weekend for this next episode of Playback, which I'd like to think will be coming in a few weeks' time, because I'm actually working on it now, which is exciting. But obviously I don't want to reveal what those are. So, noughts and crosses, Peter, you start. Okay. Play a castle game, Sir TP. Yeah, we can. I think we'll sort of Q&A, maybe. Just for... We've only got like 20 minutes left of the stream. I'll maybe whiz through each flight level just for something for you guys to watch. But by all means, kill your internet and download the Unholy War. That's the thing. I should have thought ahead really and just made sure I had... Literally, if I actually had the Unholy War ISO installed right now, I would pull it out for Japes. Because, you know, for 20 minutes... It's not a bad game. It was the strategy mode that people found stressful. But I could play a bit of Unholy War Mayhem mode if I had it. What I'll do is after this stream, I will download it and I'll make sure I've just always got it on file. Just for future such emergencies. Yeah.
When was the first time you 100 this game? How long did it take you?
I've no idea when it was in terms of how old I was. I'll have been between 6 and 8 or 9 years old, I would have thought. And it will have taken me months and months because I didn't know how to get some of those dragons that I showed as you know, the ones that are the real difficult dragons that we've looked at in my streams over the past couple of weeks. You know, there wasn't really... I was going to say there was no internet back then. That's not true. But it was certainly a lot harder. Ooh. Yeah. Oh!
What's your top 5 Simpsons episodes, TP?
Top 5 Simpsons episodes. Oh, thank you, by the way, Stephen and Hutchmaster for your blips. Top 5 Simpsons episodes. Oh man, that's a tough one. I know that like everyone puts the Scorpio episode like pretty much top. And for me, like, it's a good episode, but it's not my favourite. I really like Itchy and Scratchy Land. I like the Treehouse of Horror episode that's got the Cannibal Teachers, the Time Travelling Toaster, and what's the other one in that one? They're all good. Oh, it's The Shining, The Shinning. That's really good. 30 Minutes Over Tokyo is my favourite. Yeah, that's a good one. Who Shot Mr. Burns part... Well, I guess if I had to pick... Oh, I don't know. Like, they're both so good. Probably part 2. But part 1's great as well. That's Treehouse of Horror 5, Pete, says Jack Bradshaw. Thank you. Yeah, I love that. What else is there? Camp Krusty, yeah, that was good. Oops. Oh, it's so hard to think of them all. I mean, Master Dactyl suggests the baseball one. I know that I like that episode, or softball it is, yeah. But I can't think of why I like it specifically. It's been a long time since I've seen that one. Me and Amy have been rewatching Simpsons on Disney Plus, and man, like season 3, season 4, just so good already. Yeah. Like there's some really good jokes. If you had to choose a
Star Wars profession, what would it be?
Oh man, a Star Wars profession. There aren't that many nice professions in Star Wars. Like being a bounty hunter seems cool, but like, is it? Oh, I got a life from that guy. You know, it's a lot of risk involved in that profession. They say bounty hunting is a dangerous profession. Wouldn't you agree? Yes, I would, Werner. Thank you, James S.T. Bates, for the bits there. By the way, you shouldn't feel like you have to pay good bitty money to get a question into the Q&A, but obviously it does help me see and hear them while I'm trying to do a flight level. It was a bad move, really, to pick the flight levels while I'm trying to do Q&A. Like, it's difficult to actually look at what's going on. But Summer of 4'2" is a great Lisa episode. Oh, I really like I can't think of the name of it now. I like the one where Skinner turns out to be an imposter. That's a pretty funny episode. Oh, there's so many. I don't know. It's difficult. It's difficult to even remember. And yeah, the Scorpio episode is also really good, but yeah. Lisa the Vegetarian inspired me to stop eating meat as a kid. Wow. An inspirational Simpsons episode. There are a fair few of those. Oh, I like the one where it's one of the various episodes where Homer and Lisa have a strained relationship, and it ends with them going to that Egyptology exhibit, and she's like, "Thanks for making me take such a stupid risk, Dad." And that's like, it's almost like that's the moral of the story. It's not, but it's almost presented like it is. Lord Broderick says it's definitely way less stressful when the timer goes up and not down. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Oh, that's stressful. Falling to your death. Imagine if I'd just swum through that waterfall there and discovered a secret room that's been hidden for 20 odd years. Wouldn't that have been wild? That's the thing, there's like some episodes as well where, like, you know, you're not so interested in the stories that are happening, but there's just some really good jokes in said episodes. There's definitely a lot of those. Particularly, actually, I found that in some of the episodes I've been watching from like season 3 and 4. Like, occasionally, like, I'm not that into the story. I don't think it's actually that good. Like, for example, someone just earlier said I am the Lizard Queen, which is where is it Patty or Selma is thinking about having a child, and so she takes Bart and Lisa to Duff Gardens without Marge and Homer, and you know, there's all the really funny. There's obviously I am the Lizard Queen and give her this and this and then these. Oh, thank you, Doctor. Oh, I'm not a doctor. You know, that's a great line. Even like at the end, like one of the forgotten jokes from that episode, or you know, it's not one of the first that people quote, is she comes back. People are saying it's Selma. Selma comes back from Duff Gardens and she's exhausted. You know, she's had a really horrible day looking after the kids. And Homer and Marge have been watching The Sexy Adventures of Hercules. It's like an X-rated movie, and Homer is dressed up as like Homercules or something. He's wearing a toga. And Selma comes through the door exhausted, and she walks up to Homer and she goes, "How do you do it, Homer?" And Homer goes, well, you take an ordinary bath towel and fold it around like this. And she goes, no. Being a parent. And that's a really good joke. I certainly didn't deliver it in the way that, you know, well, you take an ordinary bath towel, you fold it around like this. It's a good joke.
We need more bought license plates.
We need more bought license plates. We certainly do. Oh, wait up. I forgot to do the planes earlier. Oh, they're getting away from me now. I did it wrong. I took the wrong route. Should do planes first. Thank you, by the way, some kind of div for those bits. We do need more bought license plates. You talking to me? No, my son is also named Bort.
Yeah.
My favourite Simpsons joke is just when Bart hits Homer with a chair.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one. It's a meme. Sheldon Freud 09, thank you for the bits. Thank you very much. Oops. Oh, that was definitely not my best time. I might go one more time, actually, now that I've realised I went the wrong way. So you do your arches, and then you follow the arch, and you do planes. Because by the time you've completed the planes...
I love the toddler Bart flashbacks. Got Renault's got your wallet buy keys.
Yeah. That's good. The toddler Bart flashbacks. Lisa's wedding I quite like. That's a funny episode. Yeah, by the time you've done all your planes, you're back round with the chests. Whereas if you do the chests first, by the time you get to the end of the chest line, you're nowhere near the planes. You know? Not saying this is going to be a best time, but that be the route you do take. It is a best time. Thank you, Lanky Brit, for subscribing via Twitch Prime. Welcome to the Walrus Clan. Lord Broshvich says, this would be a perfect time to start a Where is my Beyond Good and Evil Disc Game 2 rant. TripleJump. Yeah, it is, actually. Are we going there? So, obviously, there was a... Oh, Spyro, please. There was an Ubisoft Forward event yesterday where they talked about some new and upcoming games. Showed off some Valhalla. Released a teaser for Far Cry 6. I thought it was a very good teaser in terms of just generally being a good bit of drama, fiction, storytelling kind of thing. Like, that could have just stood alone as its own thing, and I would have enjoyed that, you know. It didn't even have to be a reveal for Far Cry, as far as I'm concerned. I'm not even that into Far Cry. I liked Far Cry Primal, because it's about as far removed from Far Cry as Far Cry has been for a long time. I've come back to the Supercharged because, for fun, why not, on our way to the Balloonist, try and do the Wizard launch again. Here we go. Hey! Let's land on the balloon. Can you? Oh. Well, not if you don't aim it properly. First thing tomorrow morning, I'm going to punch Lenny in the back of the head. That's a good joke. Oh, yikes. Would you consider doing another drawing stream soon, Pete? That was really fun. Yeah, I mean, it's not a triple jump thing. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Possibly. Yeah, sadly, Ubisoft didn't reveal any more Beyond Good and Evil 2 content. Let's land right in the basket. Oh, never mind. Anyway, that was fun. That's a very nice jig, Kearney, says Schadenfreude09. That's a good one, yeah. Oh, I saw the clip earlier today. What is it? Nice jammy, Simpson. Did your mommy buy him for you? Of course she did. Who else would have? Brilliant. Oh, I quite like... I don't know if some people... Maybe this is a bit of a crowd splitter, this episode, but I quite like... what's it called? Like 22 short tales about Springfield or something. I'm sure it's probably a parody of a pop culture thing that I'm not aware of, but it's that one where there's like loads of little tiny... It's basically just the camera whizzes around Springfield and shows different things happening. But that's quite a fun episode, I think. Yeah, but I keep getting off topic. I'm going back onto Simpsons when I'm trying to do steamed hams. Yeah, when I'm trying to talk about Ubi Forward. So there was no BG2 footage yesterday, or sort of additional information or anything like that. Which you know, I'll be honest, I was setting myself up for that. I convinced myself that it wasn't gonna... Oh. See, that's the route I normally take. It's not the route I took, actually, when we did Wild Flight last week, but this is the route I used to do. You hit this guy first from behind, and you hit this guy from the front. Fly up here against the flow of traffic. But you have to just make sure not to miss a boat, which is easier said than done, because this guy cuts the corner. In fact, maybe there's another way to do it when you get up there. I don't know. So... Oh, I like the episode where Mr. Burns opens that. Oh, yikes. Yeah, if I turn right there and grab that guy first. Where Mr. Burns goes bankrupt and he starts the recycling thing. And then he opens up the Little Lisa fish slurry plant. Your demonstration, he says, of the fish getting caught in the rings. Sweeps the sea clean. Something like that. Made from 100% recycled fish. Or whatever it is. I don't know. Barney licking the windows, yeah. Really, really struggling to multitask these two topics together, aren't I? Because you guys keep throwing up good Simpsons references in the chat. But yeah, I did a tweet. Maybe if I go, did a tweet about the lack of Beyond Good and Evil. I went in there as much as I was like definitely hoping to see some more. I don't think I was actually expecting it. You know, if someone said put some money down on whether BG2 is going to be there, I would have said, no way, it's not gonna. Oh, I deliberated there whether to go for that guy. Let's crash. So I wasn't expecting it. So I wasn't so disappointed, but it's still you do think, like, when there's the possibility of something maybe being shown, even just a tiny little tease, and then that hope is dashed. There is going to be a sense of disappointment, even if you set yourself up to, you know, to not truly expect an update. Oh, yeah. I think if you can do this route in a very slick way, it can be a pretty good way to do it. But it's so fiddly up top here. Because the boatmen split, which is so weird. I don't know why they do that. There we go. Right. Okay, that's good. I like that. Fly up the way. So I did a little tweet saying, you know, unfortunately, I think like there's now a lot of cynicism and actually I think a little bit of anger amongst. Oh, it was going so well. Amongst members of the community, because the problem is, I think Ubisoft revealed too much too quickly. Or they just had such a high rate of doing updates. They were doing the Space Monkey program, saying, "Hey, you know, we want to update you on the regular," which is admirable. It really is. Like, it's a great way to do it if they can pull it off. But unfortunately, they did reveal a lot of good. Have I missed a boat? I don't know. No, I didn't. They revealed a lot of interesting stuff to begin with. There were those 2 CG trailers in the in back-to-back E3s. 2017 and 18, I think. Oh! And so that set a precedent. So when those stopped, that was, you know, a little bit disappointing. But you know, you can't expect them to bring out a CG trailer every time. But equally, I'm concentrating here because I think this could be a good time. Not that it means anything at all, because I'm just doing it for fun, but 1:11. Is that a best time? Maybe the route wasn't as good as the one I took first time round and it wasn't actually improvement. Your time, 1:11. Yeah, okay, that was much better. Anyway, never mind. Was there any mention of Skull and Bones at Ubisoft Forward? What's happening with that? No mention of that. That was the other game that, you know, going into Ubi Forward, people were hoping would have an update. It was the main focus was on Assassin's Creed Valhalla and Watch Dogs Legion, is it called? Which, you know, looks okay, but I think apart from graphically, given that we're moving into the next generation, I thought, man, like the facial visuals were not good. They were like GTA 5 quality, which is okay, but not when we're moving into a new generation, you know? I was a bit disappointed with that, just purely from a visual perspective, but anyway. So, but yeah, I think unfortunately, the guys at Ubisoft revealed a lot to begin with, which is great in and of itself. It was really exciting seeing all this new stuff be revealed. I love the 2 CG trailers. I still watch them now and then, like, you know, maybe sort of once a year when a new one doesn't come out at E3. Just go back and watch the old ones. And they've shown off a lot of interesting assets and stuff. There's a little bit of gameplay out there, which I suspect is not going to be representative of the final product at this point, because yeah, that was like a year or so ago, and I think there's going to be at least a couple more years of development. So by the time they've actually put the game together, it's surely going to look and play not much like that, but you know, like that we've already seen, which is fine, you know, whatever. Obviously, it'll be very sort of translatable. There'll be some stuff that carries over, but yeah, I think what they should have done is done the initial CGI trailer that they did in 17. I keep wanting to say 2017. I don't know if it was. Should have done that. Got people excited. And then probably just been very, very blunt in the discussion after that trailer had run and just said, yeah, we're really excited to reveal BG2, but, you know, we're now going to develop the game. We're starting from 0, which is what they said. They did say they were starting from day 1, effectively. Day 1. There and then. But, you know, I think they should have just said, right, so we've had the reveal. We know people were waiting for a sequel. It's happening, but it's going to be some time, but we really wanted to share it with you. Because then there wouldn't be this expectation, wouldn't be as much of an expectation to see new stuff, you know, all the time. And I had a bit of a back and forth today actually with someone who does a lot of coverage of, like, you know, the new reveals of stuff with BG, and you know, she made the point that, hey, what, you know, they promised that they would be transparent, and they're being transparent by saying we've got nothing to show you at the moment, because they've been working on more abstract, you know, core gameplay development stuff. You know, very, very fundamental stuff. And as a result, there's no new exciting assets to show because they're probably working on their engine and working on, you know, bits and bobs like that, or doing just writing stuff, which makes a lot of sense. You know, it's totally fair. But they just set a precedent, is my point, which is now difficult for them to. Oh, I've come out the wrong way. It's now just a bit difficult for them to keep up with, because people have got an insatiable appetite, which is a shame. Anyway, there we go. Had to get that out, didn't I? Had to do my little rant, but that's how I feel about it. But GTA 5 has an exciting forthcoming PS5 release. You're right. GTA 5 facial quality is indeed next gen. Let's face it. Yeah, no, I was just a bit disappointed with how it looked. I just expected more, that's all, you know, like, it's not that it looked terrible, you know. GTA 5 doesn't look bad. It just doesn't look PS5 to me. You know, from other stuff we've seen, other gameplay stuff, or even just high-end PS4. You know, this generation, the high end of this generation looks obviously way better than GTA 5 does, because GTA 5 came out years ago. So for a new game to be coming out that's presumably going to be on next gen, right? It might be cross-gen, but it's certainly it's going to be on PS5. I just expected a lot better. It just doesn't look good enough to me. But hey, who am I? I'm no Watch Dogs fan anyway. Cool. Well, I'm going to clear these guys out just for funsies, and that's it. That's it. So, Blinks the Time Sweeper stream, says Lucy B. I have no idea what Blinks the Time Sweeper is. What is that? Oops. I didn't even bother with the Watch Dogs sequel because the first one bored the life out of me, says Gorilla Goo. I think Blinks might have been an Xbox exclusive. Oh yeah, I'm aware of Blinks. Yeah, he's like a cat guy, isn't he? We had The Legend of K on PlayStation, which was rubbish. Really bad. I mean, it wasn't. No, sorry, I don't know why I said it like that. It wasn't really, really bad. It was just... I stuck with it for a long time and waited for it to get good, and it was just kind of difficult given the target audience, and you know, had this very heavy sort of Eastern vibe, which I didn't really enjoy very much. Like martial arts vibe, I should say specifically. It's not just Eastern. It was like, because you know, it was yeah, the martial arts heavy, which I thought was a bit trendy, you know. But yeah, who'd win in a fight, Blinks or Sackboy? Well, given that I don't know what Blinks can do, it's difficult to say. There we go, everyone. That is Spyro the Dragon, plus a little bit of fluff at the end, bit of filler, completed. So, remember, let me bop on over to that. Remember, tomorrow I'm streaming again at 3 PM BST here on Twitch. Ben will not be streaming. He's on holiday tomorrow, so I'm streaming tomorrow instead of Ben on Ben's stream day, but not in Ben's stream slot because he streams 5 till 7 normally, and I will not be doing that. So, TP Tuesdays tomorrow streaming, and 3 PM. And what I think we'll be doing, it's very exciting, is creating a magical new character for us all to bond with, and we'll just see where the world takes him, see what happens. So good. I'm gonna go and download the relevant game now, because I've just realised it's not installed on my computer. And yeah, we'll get on with that tomorrow. So join me 3 p.m. Tuesday, Twitch, for the adventures of Normie Knob Day, because every day's a knob day with Normie Knob Day. Also download the Unholy War. Okay, I will do. Right, good. Bye then, everybody. Hope you've had a good day and enjoy the rest of your Monday. Okie dokie. Bye.